In the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, amidst the noise of traffic and the chatter of the marketplace, there existed a small boutique tucked away in a quiet corner. The boutique was called Everlasting Elegance, and it was owned by a young woman named Adora. Known for her impeccable taste and keen business sense, Adora's shop quickly became the go-to place for brides seeking the perfect wedding dress. Adora was in her late 20s with a charming smile that could disarm even the sternness of heart. Her eyes sparkled with ambition, and she had a flair for fashion that set her apart from her peers. Adora developed interest in sewing from a very tender age. And when she came of age, she decided to attend a fashion school to perfect her skills. Adora was doing very well until one fateful day when she came across her grandmother's sketchbook and decided to use some of her grandmother's designs for her work. What she did not know, however, was that a curse had been placed on her grandmother and all of her designs. Generations ago, Adora's grandmother was friends with Mama Nkechi, who was a renowned seamstress. They had both learned how to sew from the same woman, and they made beautiful wedding dress, each a masterpiece in its own right. However, Adora's grandmother grew jealous of Mama Nkechi's work and decided to steal her sketchbook and her designs for herself. As a result of this, Adora's grandmother stole all of Mama Nkechi's clients and customers. In anger and desperation, Mama Nkechi sought out a powerful juju priest and laid a curse on all of Adora's grandmother's dresses that she would ever make. The curse ensured that any bride who wore one of Mama Nkechi's dress would suffer misfortune, marriages would end in disaster, happiness would turn to sorrow, and love would become hatred. The curse was meant to ruin Adora's grandmother. Adora, unaware of the curse, inherited her grandmother's sketchbook. When she opened Everlasting Elegance, she used some of the old patterns and designs on the sketchbook for her own designs, unknowingly continuing the curse. As her business flourished, strange and tragic events began to befall her clients. The first hint of trouble came with her first client, a beautiful young woman named Amaka. Amaka was overjoyed to find the perfect dress at Adora's boutique. She looked stunning on her wedding day, and her smile lighted up the room. But shortly after the wedding, Amaka's husband Chidi was involved in a terrible car accident. Though he survived, he was left paralyzed, and their once happy marriage quickly turned into a nightmare of medical bills and endless caregiving. Adora was deeply affected by the tragedy, but dismissed it as an unfortunate coincidence. However, as more brides rented dresses from her boutique, more misfortunes followed. One bride lost her home to a fire. Another's husband disappeared without a trace. Rumors began to spread, and Adora's boutique gained an ominous reputation. One evening, as Adora was closing her shop, an elderly woman entered. She introduced herself as Mama Ezine, a distant relative who had come to warn Adora about the curse. Mama Ezine revealed the dark history of the wedding dresses and explained that the curse could only be broken through sincere prayers and spiritual intervention. Adora was horrified. She had never believed in curses or superstitions, but the evidence was undeniable. Determined to end the suffering her dresses had caused, Adora decided to seek help from the local church, hoping that prayers and faith could lift the curse. Adora and her childhood friend Chika visited St. Michael's Church, a well-known place of worship in their community. The church was led by Reverend Father Matthew, a kind and wise man who was known for his deep faith and spiritual insight. Adora and Chike explained their situation to Father Matthew, who listened intently. He believed that the power of prayer and the grace of God could indeed break the curse. Father Matthew agreed to help and suggested a series of prayer sessions and fasting to seek divine intervention. The prayer sessions began with a small group of church members, including Adora, Chika, and Father Matthew. They prayed fervently, asking God to lift the curse that had plagued the wedding dresses and brought so much pain. The sessions were intense and filled with emotional moments as they sought forgiveness and healing. During the prayers, Adora felt a sense of peace she had never experienced before. She began to believe that the curse could truly be lifted through the power of faith. The church community rallied around her, offering support and encouragement. As the day passed, Adora began to notice changes. The atmosphere in her boutique seemed to be lighter, and the dark clouds that hung over everlasting elegance started to lift. Brides who had recently rented gowns reported happy and uneventful weddings, free from misfortune. Adora continued to pray and fast, determined to ensure that the curse was completely broken. The support from the church and community gave her strength, and she felt a renewed sense of hope and purpose. To fully break the curse, Father Matthew advised Adora to seek reconciliation with the past. Adora visited the grave of her grandmother and Mama Nkechi. In a heartfelt ceremony, she spoke words of forgiveness and reconciliation, releasing the anger and pain that bound their spirits. Adora also reached out to the descendants of her grandmother's friend who she had wronged. She shared the story of the curse and asked for their forgiveness. The act of seeking and granting forgiveness was a powerful step in breaking the curse. With the act of forgiveness completed, Adora and the church community gathered for one final powerful prayer session. This time, the entire congregation joined in, praying for the complete lifting of the curse and the restoration of peace and happiness. The atmosphere in the church was electric, filled with the spirit of faith and hope. As the prayers reached their crescendo, Adora felt a profound sense of release. She knew that the curse was finally broken, and her heart was filled with gratitude and joy. Words of the curse being lifted spread quickly, and brides once again flocked to Adora's boutique. This time, their weddings were filled with joy and harmony, free from the shadows of misfortune. Adora's reputation grew, and she became a symbol of resilience and faith. Adora continued to honor the memory of those who had suffered, using her talent to bring happiness to others. She never forgot the lessons she had learned and remained humble and grateful for the second chance she had been given. The story of Adora and the cursed wedding dresses became a cherished tale in Lagos, a reminder of the power of faith, forgiveness, and community. Adora's journey from darkness to light inspired many, and her boutique, everlasting elegance, thrived as a beacon of hope and beauty. Through her actions, Adora demonstrated that even the darkest curses could be lifted with determination and courage, and a willingness to forgive. And so, her legacy lived on, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the transformative magic of faith and forgiveness.